Hello viewers, welcome to Usman Kayin Physics Maths class. Once again, in our tutorial today, I shall explain two key words that students tends to ignore when studying radio activities. And when they encounter a question, those two words turns around to harm them. Okay, so in case if you are watching this very video, I will encourage you to keep track till the last minute. And if it is your first time watching this very video, I also encourage you to go to YouTube and subscribe to Usman Chayin Physics Maths class. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. Go to TikTok and follow Usman Chayin Physics Maths class. Follow Usman Chayin Physics Maths class on Facebook so that you can enjoy all of his videos. So let's look at the problem quickly. Now, a radioactive sample initially contained n number of atoms. After 3 half-life, the number of atoms that have disintegrate is dash. So we want to find the number of atoms that has actually disintegrate. So I will be using specifically a Zippo method in solving this very particular question. As I usually used to tell my students, we have various methods of approaching this type of question, but I decided to choose a Zippo method because I think it's the most simplest to approach this type of problem. So Zippo, we are having a ND is equal to R, is equal N naught into R minus 1 all over R. So this is the Zippo formula that we are actually going to use. All right, so we must go through the question and pick out our data. So from the question here, our N naught is given as N. Okay, then this ND is what we call the decay sample, the decayed sample, the sample that has already decayed. Okay, so the sample that has already decayed is ND, or in another word, we call it disintegrated. This is what has already disintegrated, it has decayed. Also remember that there is what we call the remaining sample. All right, the remaining sample. So our R, the R is given as 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of the half-life. Now, if you go through the question, the number of the half-life is 3 half-life. The number of the half-life is what? 3. So if that is true, we can say 2 raised to power 3. And this is going to give us 8. Okay, that means our R is equal to 8. And if that is the fact, then we'll just come down to this side and substitute it straight. Our ND will be equal to, instead of N, N naught, we have N only. Then open bracket, we have 8 minus 1, close the bracket, all over 8. So from there, we have N into 7th all over 8, close the bracket, and this is equal to 7 over 8 n. And this is going to be our answer. But what are those two keywords that I was trying to talk about? The keyword one is what we call disintegrated, or what we call the decayed. When you are studying radioactivity or half-life, you must take note of the difference between the disintegrated or decayed and the remaining. So in this, our question is, what they're asking here is the word a disintegrated sample, the sample that has decayed away. All right, they are not asking of what has remained. Now, as if someone is asking us, as if we were asked to calculate the remaining sample, what then going to be our answer from this question? Our answer will definitely going to be 1 over 8. All right, the answer will be 1 over 8.